Your nuptials are coming.
Oh.
But we are in the pre-nuptials period.
Where is this leading?
Have you ever heard of a prenuptial agreement?
Yes, a prenup.
So a prenuptial agreement is just a break glass in case of emergency game plan in the event that your marriage ends in divorce.
Just in case type
It's a
of
just
deal.
in case.
Yes, it's
Just
a
in
JIC.
case. It is a financial game plan that will divide your assets how you two deem fair prior to the marriage, so that if hell breaks loose and shit hits the fan and it doesn't work out, you guys enter into your marriage knowing how you would exit if it didn't work.
What do I get? What do you get?
Marriage in America ends in divorce 50% of the time or more.
Yeah.
And having a prenup for that makes things easier.
I came from DP.
What's that?
Divorced parents.
I thought your mom was impregnated during a double penetration. You strike that from the record.
Ah, fuck.
I came from DP. It's really right where my mind went on that one.
Fuck, how did mine not?
One of you might have significant debt. If you don't want to necessarily be responsible for that partner's debt in the event of a divorce, having a prenup can protect you against having to cover that debt.
I paid my debt off. I'm happy to say that.
Well, that is what you would say to your partner if you didn't want her to be on the hunt for any debts that you might have.
I can just lie?
Absolutely.
Really?
Why not?
Legally?
Well, you'd be lying to your partner.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that though, but like...
Right, but many people have.
Isn't that illegal if it's a document in the court of law?
Let's say that your fiance worked in a field that was liable for potential lawsuit.
Yep.
Let's say that she was a doctor.
Yeah.
She could be vulnerable to medical malpractice suits. By having a prenup, if you had money that you wanted protected against her clients coming after you, that document would silo your money away.
Or if she was a factory worker, her hands were getting cut off.
Yeah, then she'd probably be suing, right?
Yeah, that part lost me.
Yeah.
I think I was wrong there.
Then you'd think that the factory would probably want a prenup.
You can get a prenup with a fucking factory?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
You made me say it because it's the dumbest thing we've talked about.
I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm very foggy right now.
Go figure.
I'm giggly. I'm loopy.
You need to take a day or two to kind of reset,
I need to
pal.
stop drinking.
I'm a little worried about you.
No, I'm good.
If you bring certain things that you had into a marriage that you really want to protect, whether it's family heirlooms with sentimental value, a pet,
Get fucking Sparky on the nupital.
sorting out who gets what in terms of things like that before the marriage is a decent thing to put into the prenup.
My backup quarterback jerseys. Would I put that in there?
Something tells me that Kaylee's not coming for those.
If she was interested in my Jamarcus Russell Raiders jersey.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Sure.
rhetorically, would I put that in?
But it's not rhetorically because you're literally asking me. So in that event, if you cared that deeply about protecting those,
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, my Xbox.
Again, whatever you want as long as she agrees to it. As recently as 2010, just 15 years ago, only 3% of Americans reported having signed a prenup. But in 2020, that number had jumped to 15%, and now many more young people are really considering it.
I'd say 2010 was like probably one of the top years of my life.
Oh yeah?
Just fucking spin moves, 12 points, 10 rebounds a game.
Double machine.
I'm not trying to be like a douche. I was actually the man in high school.
So good of you
So,
to have peaked that early.
I mean, you say 2010, I can't not think about the fucking glory days.
Yeah, I get it.
I could have played D3.
All is some cons.
Emotional cons.
People think that it is betting against the marriage.
I agree with them.
People take it very personally.
I agree with them.
Right?
I don't like it.
There is a major stigma against prenups, which is to say that you are creating a backup plan. You're creating a safety net. You're not all in. You're betting against the marriage.
I'm on that side of history. Call me stupid. I'm with them.
People who live in Tornado Alley have houses with storm shelters.
Yeah.
They're not betting that there's going to be a tornado that comes through and rip their house down.
Yep.
In the event of worst case scenario, they have a plan.
If people carry condoms in their wallets,
Right.
you never know when you're gonna fuck.
I think the most direct one I can think of is that on an airplane, in the back of every seat, there is a literal plan for how we are supposed to handle an emergency landing.
Yes.
We're not opening that thing up and saying, I bet this plane is going to crash. I need to memorize these steps.
It's true.
It is in the unlikely event of an emergency.
I always take exit row.
Yeah, I could see you fully blocking the door and making sure that you were the only one who got out.
That's not true.
Well, you know that on the life raft, there's going to be a certain number of provisions for a certain number of days. And having to share those means you're going to get too hungry.
I would help the women and children, but after that, fuck it. Everyone for themselves.
Yeah, you're going to help the women and children because you're going to eat them. And you don't want to have to fight a man for the human flesh you're going to resort to.
I help them down.
How
and
many
then I would get on the
days
boat.
would it take for you to be drifting in a dinghy before you started wanting to eat
A human?
a person that you were with?
Like 3 months? I don't know.
No. Food
I
in the
don't. I
dinghy,
don't do raw meat.
You don't understand how hungry you're going to be after.
I
a
don't
week.
care. I'll fucking starve. I won't eat anybody.
Ah,
I'll catch a fish.
yeah?
Yeah.
How you going to do that?
I don't know. I'll fucking catch it.
All right. So that's prenups
All right.
in a less cynical way than you might typically hear. Of course, I'm not telling you to get one. I'm just saying that's what they are. That's why people get them.
These videos are for education.
Right.
So now people that were on the fence can now make their decisions.
Bingo.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you, brother.